With spooky season here, it can be tough to find and prepare something special for your next Halloween game night. I'm Zach from Magic Man Games, and here's a couple quick picks to get you started in the right direction and make your Halloween game night one that they will not forget. First on our list today is Dread, an indie horror RPG that's quite different than the rest. The main mechanics of Dread use a Jenga tower to decide the outcome of events rather than dice, which makes for an interesting bit of tension at your game table. There's a couple of included modules, but you can easily write your own content to fit this game and fit your playstyle. You can think of Dread like a horror slasher movie where all your characters get to be a part of the action. This makes a great play experience around the table. I've played it several times and had a blast of fun each time. It's incredibly nerve-wracking when that tower collapses and something really bad happens to your character. A lot of fun, definitely recommend it. Moving on to the second on our list is the Voyage, a one-shot RPG that is tons of fun around the table and definitely made for a horror type setting. Voyage takes place on a cruise ship where all its passengers of staff have fallen unconscious, except for a group of 5 individuals who wake up with amnesia. Each player is handed a blank character sheet and a description sheet of what their character looks like to them and what items that they have on them. The players are then tasked with unraveling the mystery that surrounds the ship and possibly even how to survive the night. The Voyage is a D6 system, so it's based on rolling 6-sided dice, 4 or greater being a success. Each time you want to perform an action like repairing the engines on a ship or searching a room, the DM will give you a total of D6 to roll in the relevant skill. And the players do not know what their skill is in anything, so the only way for them to find out is to actually go about doing those different actions. Things can go from bad to worse quickly in the Voyage, and it's fun to watch the players unravel the mystery as they explore the SS Argo. The Voyage is decently flexible and has some great replayability. On top of that, if you want to tackle the task of writing your own story to fit the Voyage's system, I feel that that is definitely doable, though it would take quite a bit of work, but I think it would be well worth it in the end. Moving on to our last on the list, certainly not least, is 10 Candles. 10 Candles is actually one of my favorite indie RPGs to play at Halloween time just because of the themes. 10 Candles is a post-apocalyptic tragic horror game where your players get to decide every action they make. The game is simple. It's divided over 10 rounds represented by physical burning candles that you set in front of your players. Again, it's a D6 system, so players roll a set number of D6 dice to try to accomplish any task they want. Eventually that will fail, and when they fail, you blow out one of the candles. Once a candle is blown out, the round ends and you go into a truths phase, each player in turn stating something true about the world that they now live in. As the candles go out one by one, the games get shorter, less and less truths enter into the rounds, and eventually characters will die. The last round specifically says so. All the characters will die in the end. It's not about surviving the game, but it's more of how you die and the story that you made to get there. The system is great as a group narrative game, everybody getting to participate in the story that their players get to live. The game has a lot of really neat features that make this one very, very memorable, as well as an interesting mechanic where if a candle goes out for any reason, and I mean any reason, that's an end of the round and shortens the game a little bit. Which makes for some interesting games at a small table or even outside around a campfire. Even though 10 Candles is last on our list, it is certainly not the least, and we definitely recommend it, even if not for Halloween, just to have it. It's a great one-shot to fill in between, your typical D&D session. That's it for this episode of Quick Picks on Magic Man Games. Thanks for watching. Get down in the comments below. Let us know how your Halloween session went, if you tried any of these, or if you have something else that we didn't mention that you think would be a great include. Leave it down below and we'll take a look. Thanks again, and hope your Halloween game night is spooktacular. We'll see you all again next time.